Hey guys, it's me, Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you have time, please give this video a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who may need to see it too, and leave us a positive comment in the comment section. So I'm going to continue today's talk. I told you in the first video that this whole talk started from a Sagittarius who was ghosted by an Aquarius, and now I'm going to talk to you about her feelings. The Sagittarius is devastated. And like I said in the other video, she was dating this Aquarius for about 7 months. They had a turbulent relationship. It was just so-so. But she thought they were building. They were moving past this, turbulent vibration. They were going to give it a go, She thought they had chemistry. And all of a sudden, they had an argument. And the next day, the Aquarius was gone. Totally ghosted her. So we talked about the situation. She's devastated. She's crying. She's depressed. She's very upset about it. And she's like, it's not like we were married or had kids or anything, but I really, really care about him. And I didn't think this was going to happen. She thought they were going to keep moving forward. And maybe they had some turbulence, but she thought they'd work it out, She was like, no relationship is perfect. No people are perfect. So I thought that we would just work it out. But the Aquarius didn't want to. He got fed up with the situation, ghosted her, didn't say a word, and just disappeared. So she said to me that she's upset because he didn't give her a chance to have closure. She's upset with him because he walked away like she was nothing and nobody. She's upset with him because, as far as she's concerned, and a lot of us from the old school feel like this, there are rules of engagement. So if you're dealing with somebody, the dismount, as we call it, needs to be careful. Like you talk, you give them closure, you hug, you kiss, you say goodbye, God bless you, and peace. A lot of us think that's how a breakup should happen. And I do definitely think that's how it should happen. But it doesn't always occur that way, as we all know. And my thing to her, and this is the purpose of this video, I do agree with her. I do agree that a person should dismount from a relationship a certain kind of way whenever possible. If it's not possible, it's just not possible. And that's the point that I want her to understand. Nobody owes you anything. I don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you anything. We have such a entitled society. And we do feel like people, those around us, owe us things like services, proper treatment, being polite, those kind of things. And I agree that is the best way to treat people. I think treating people well is always the best way to go. But when it doesn't happen, you have to remember that that is not a right, but a privilege. Some would say a courtesy. There is no law. You didn't sign a contract saying, okay, we're going to deal with each other for this amount of time, and if you decide not to deal with me anymore, this is how you're going to handle it. None of us sign one of those. You can if you want to. Actually, I shouldn't say none of us do. People that are in the S&M community do contracts, and sometimes that is in the contract because I've seen it. So I'm not going to say nobody does it. I'm going to say it's not common. So you expect this person to engage with you the way that you want them to engage with you, and they don't owe you that. They don't. It would be nice. It's very well received, but they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you an explanation. They don't owe you lunch. They don't owe you closure. They don't owe you to sit there and hold your hand while you cry and tell them all the things that went wrong, or to go to therapy with you and talk it out. They don't owe you that. That is a courtesy. It would be nice if everybody agreed with that and we all did that, but they don't owe it. I've had people ghost me in the past, and when I was young in my 20s, I want to know why. I would call them like, what's the deal? I would want to know why. And I found out why in 2 occasions, and when I was young. After that, I never asked again. I just kept it moving. The only person that ever ghosted me after that I even was concerned about was the Taurus. And to be honest with you, I should have left her alone when she ghosted. When a person ghosts, you should leave them alone. Because to me, that says that either they can't deal with the relationship, or y'all don't have the same idea about the rules of engagement, because they obviously think it's okay to ghost. So let them go. But I was so happy when she returned, I let her come back. Didn't do that anymore. I realized right then and there, don't do that again, because letting her come back, we went right back to the same crap. So the bottom line is that nobody owes us an explanation. Nobody owes us anything. I don't care if you gave somebody 2 children or a home or a life or money or a kidney. Nobody owes you anything. And once we get that the world, nobody, even the world, doesn't owe us anything, things change. Right now, my Taurus is crying and she's waiting for the Aquarius to give her closure. The chances are not high that the Aquarius is going to give her closure. It's possible. It's possible the Aquarius could get bored, or the Aquarius could get lonely, or something could happen. It's possible, but the chances aren't high that it's going to happen, and that if it does happen, that it's for a good reason that's going to be in her benefit. So my thing to her is that you need to pick up yourself and move on. With or without the closure, you need to work on healing yourself and moving on. I wouldn't lay around waiting and hoping that he'll give me an explanation or make me feel better. Because all you're doing is holding on to something that you need to let go of. She wants to know why. Why did he ghost her? And I'm like, you know why he ghosted you. You had a turbulent relationship and he got tired of engaging. Like, hello, a 5-year-old could have told you that, but she wants to hear it from him. And I'm like, nah, you holding on too tight. Let go. He ghosted you, let him go. Because even if he came back and gave you this explanation, 9 times out of 10, it's some selfishness to it. And she asked me, did I think there was any real feelings here? Now, mind you, they could have had some feeling, like they could like each other. Months passed, like 7 months passed. So I'm like, yeah, he probably has some feeling. You guys are probably cool and all, but in love after 7 months? In Aquarius, in a turbulent relationship, the chances are not very high. So the chances are more likely that he got fed up and went about his business. And the chances are high that you're lucky that he did, because y'all not compatible. You're not compatible. You saw that with the turbulence. Who has turbulence in the first 7 months? Usually the first 3, 4, 5, 6 months is the honeymoon period. You already having problems in the honeymoon period? That's not a relationship that's going to last 9 times out of 10. If you already out of the honeymoon period before it even started, then nah. Usually the first 6 months is the best part of the relationship. It's the easiest part. You don't even know them like that. And then you start to get to know them, and that's when things start to get a little bit more serious. But the first 3 months, 6 months, that's the honeymoon phase. Y'all already frustrated and having turbulence in the first 7 months? The Aquarius is probably correct. This relationship probably is not good for either one of you. He just didn't handle it well. So accept the fact that you know too that this relationship wasn't right for either of you, and let him go. Clutching on to this need to be, this righteous indignation to be correct. I deserve an explanation. No, you don't. You don't deserve an explanation. It would be nice to get an explanation, but you don't deserve anything at all. It would be nice. I mean, shit, who doesn't want closure? Seriously. Who doesn't want to sit down and say, you know what, you're right. Let's just make nice and bury the hatchet, have some coffee, peace, God bless you. Who doesn't want that? At the end of a relationship, I think most of us, when we come out of our anger, we do want that clean break. But it's not always possible. So if they ghosted you, or they passed away, or they got into another relationship, or you just can't be in the same room with each other, if there's any reason why you can't get closure from another person, you have to put that down, put that hurt down, put that situation down, and move on with your healing process. The longer you hold on hoping that they're going to say something or do something that's going to make you feel better, that's going to make it okay, the more you're hurting yourself. Just accept that this was not for you and move on. And if he does try to hit you up, if he does come forward, then you can say to him, I really would like to get closure. I would like to understand what happened and why. You can ask that question at that point. But don't wait for it. Don't expect it. Start your process of healing and releasing without it. That way, if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, you're still fine. This whole process is about healing and getting back to a good space. Okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. If you would like to have a reading done, please email me and I'll hook you up. Likewise, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.